In Basenji today, there is a mood of jubilation as thousands crowd the streets in celebration. The first ever democratic election in the People's Republic of Basenji is a success. 5 years ago, the monarchy was replaced by a transitional government. And now, finally, after great struggle, democracy has come to Basenji. For the first time in their turbulent history, both Basenji and ethnic Karifi are voting for a government of their choice. 12 political parties campaigned, representing a wide political spectrum, with the largest, the Basenji Nationalist Party, sweeping the election with 72% of the vote.
Good morning, Your Excellency. My name is Sabriya. I have been assigned as your political strategist.
And I am Yusuf. I will be serving as your military attaché.
The first task before you is to appoint cabinet roles for representatives from across our great nation.
These are critical positions. Once appointed, cabinet members are constitutionally protected. They cannot be removed from office.
Indeed. You will be stuck with these ministers, for better or worse. I would advise you listen to their needs.
And I say look for loyalty. There will be hard days ahead. We will need a cabinet that is on our side, no matter what.
Excellency, it's time for us to form the government responsible for building Basenji's glorious future. Very good. Know that every 12 months you may appoint a new cabinet minister for an unstaffed ministry, should you choose to do so. More ministers mean more opportunities to do great things. Excellency, while you get settled in your new office, I have scheduled your agenda for the next few weeks. Are you interested in hearing it? Most actions, aside from giving orders to units, cost a single action point. The number of action points available is equal to the number of ministers in our cabinet. Think of this as political capital to get things done. I've learned that our national power plant has not received a fuel shipment in weeks.
The connecting roads were made unusable during the Civil War.
By constructing a new road, oil will automatically be transported from the refinery to the power plant, and electricity can be restored to Basenji. Building roads costs 1 action point per month and treasury funds. Ensure both the power plant and the oil refinery are connected to the same road network. Note that it is possible to both upgrade and bulldoze roads. Click on any road segment, including the one you just built, and select Upgrade in the road menu. Manipulating the camera should be straightforward. In addition to moving the cursor, you can use the WASD keys to pan the map, or click and hold the middle mouse button. The mouse wheel is used to zoom in and out. Zooming out of the map will help you see the big picture of Basenji. Also rotate the map by clicking the rotation buttons, or by pressing Q or E. Finally, these buttons will immediately pan the camera to buildings of specific importance. Resource producers, power plants, and buildings that allow units to be recruited. That sort of thing. After the Civil War, the United Nations established aid camps to distribute food rations to our people. We must start to produce our own food and not rely on the UN. Constructing agricultural fields allows us to produce our own food for our people and have a new source of revenue to grow our treasury. Agricultural fields can only be placed on green terrain. From the right sidebar, click Construction. From there, choose the agricultural field. We will need to ensure that there is a working population available wherever we place them. Over time, Basenji's cities will demand more than just food to stay content. Urban citizens who purchase these goods from state-run producers put money back. As food supply increases, you can dismantle a UN camp. I would suggest doing this only once every few months, because removing UN aid workers will come with severe penalty to our diplomat. For now, though, I think we can weather it. Click on a UN camp and dismantle it now. Excellency, when I said you should try, we could spend funds in an action plan to build a second agricultural field to support the anticipated growth in our city's demand next month. Alternatively, we could address the health crisis currently facing the province of Sabah. Constructing a regional hospital adjacent to a city somewhere in this province would provide immediate care for those wounded during the Basenji Civil War. Well done, Excellency. Thank you for putting your faith in me. You may have noticed that buildings consume both workers and power. Getting more power is a question of building more power plants. Getting more workers, however, is a much bigger problem. For now, it is prudent to spread your buildings out between your provinces, so you don't end up with a worker shortage. Excellency, our economy is pretty stagnant right now, which will limit our opportunities to better this great nation. A lot of things outside of our control can affect Basenji's monthly revenue. City growth, immigration, the price of commodities, our transportation infrastructure. So what you're looking at is our minister's best estimates based on a snapshot of the country as it stands today. We may need to consider a few temporary provincial funding cuts until we get our economy jump-started. I'll leave it to you to decide where, but ultimately, I propose you cut just enough to establish a positive cash flow. Because we have a Minister of Finance, we also have the option of taking out loans in the forms of bonds or an IBRD loan. The interest repayment terms for these are not kind, so I wouldn't suggest doing this unless we were in a very good. I've got some more ideas on how we can increase our national treasury. Excellency, we have used up all our actions for this month. Let us reconvene next month. Good morning, Excellency.
Excellency, Sabriya, apologies for the interruption. Our military is in a state of disrepair, and I must insist we address that sooner rather than later. Construct a military base, Excellency. This will be where all our military units are produced.
news is reporting something difficult to believe. An industrious shepherd appears to have hybridized a bunch of old cars to produce an armored bipedal tank.
I may have made a big mistake.
Why would anyone do that?
Because it's awesome?
Hello? Can anyone hear me? I am stuck inside this armored bipedal tank and have lost system control.
Although this is probably also a threat to our national security. Thankfully, we can use that military base to recruit some new troops and send them to disable it. We will need to train a military unit. All units have a role to play in combat, and it is for you to decide which unit to train. I would, however, suggest that you not train the SAM truck. It cannot attack ground-based units, including whatever that thing is. Order our troops to disable the civilian bipedal tank.
Excellency, on our way.
Outstanding. We have pulled the very frightened shepherd from the wreckage. Hopefully his insurance covers all the damage he caused.
Thank you. I spent so much of my time thinking about how to create a giant homemade walking tank out of old cars and recovered munitions. I never stopped to think if I should.
Right. Well, Excellency, this seems as good a time as any to introduce your ministries. This is where you set all the policies specific to our nation. Click on the Ministry of Finance for now. Setting our tax policy to regressive will increase our tax base if our people's prosperity is low. Our nation's liberals will absolutely hate this move, but maybe we can win back their trust in other ways. Good. Let's check in now with the Ministry of Defense. Over time, a minister will research new policies.
The minister is of the...
You can choose which policy opportunities a minister is going to research by clicking on it. Choose a policy opportunity for the Minister of Defense to research now. You can even choose that silly bipedal walking tank that means that much to you, but will probably need a lot of cash and a secret facility if you plan on going down that road. are not given research priorities will create their own based on their personal interests. In fact, particularly belligerent ministers may do their own thing. We should suggest policy opportunities for the remaining 3 ministers to research now. Research will be conducted faster when the minister has a great deal of respect for you. Unhappy ministers may not do any research at all. We should create a surveyor unit to scout for new resources. Click on the palace at Mijimura by either finding it on the map or clicking on the palace fast access button at the bottom of the screen. From there, train a surveyor. Excellency, we have used up all our actions for this month. Let us reconvene next month. Good morning, Excellency. Click on the surveyor you've just trained to reveal all the potential resources in Basenji. By exploring these sites, we can potentially uncover new resources for our economy. There is a possible resource node located on a tile not too far from this current location. Drag him to the nearest potential resource node and click Survey Adjacent Tiles from the surveyor interface.
Excellency? Very well.
Excellency?
Another oil deposit. Well, this is helpful. Not all resource nodes pan out, so sending surveyors across Basenji to check them all will be necessary. Let's build a new refinery. Select one from the construction menu.
Very well.
Now our nation has two oil refineries. One is sending oil to our power plant. Perhaps we can set up relations with those other nations we share. Our relationship, in addition to their relationship, take notice as well of the three major powers. If any one of these powers, let's see if any of our neighbors happen to have an interest in this new food program. Once they're on the phone, select negotiate trade with the export. Then make an offer to export. Excellency, we have used up all our actions for this week. Let us reconvene next time. Morning, Excellency. Not bad at all. We'll need to make sure there's a road connection between the oil refinery and the border checkpoint, or else our oil will never reach them and no money will be earned. Very good. Make sure your surveyor is on his way with new resources for us. Over time, the resource-producing buildings will experience corruption. Greasy hands will start cutting into our national bottom line. You should hire a facilities inspector from the palace at Majimra to travel between resource producers and address this. Perfect. The facilities inspector has...
Excellency, Sabria, apologies for the interruption. Again. Intelligence reports that a small contingent of rebels and dissidents calling themselves the Basenji Liberation Front are on the move toward what's left of that armored bipedal vehicle.
The Basenji Liberation Front? They're a small union of various interest groups with the united goal of destabilizing our democracy and removing you from power. What could they want with a pile of metal junk in the deep desert?
Regardless, our units start fiercely loyal to our regime, Excellency, sending units on suicide missions, making poor choices, and making our nation. We may need to field more troops. Eliminate the BLF units before they are able to reach the wreckage.
Excellency, Excellency, on our way. Excellency, on our way. Excellency, 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 Excellency. On our way. Excellency, on our way. Excellency.
Good morning, Excellency. We may need to field more troops. Eliminate the BLF units before they are able to reach the wreckage.
Excellency, for Basenji. Excellency, for Basenji. Excellency.
Excellency, Excellency, on our way. 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 Excellency, 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 on our way. Excellency,
Good morning, Excellency.
Excellency! Excellency! For Basenji! Excellency!
Excellency, 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 on our way. Excellency, on our way. Excellency, 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 on our way.
Excellency! For Basenji! Excellency! Excellency!
Excellency, on our way.
Great work, Excellency. It would be prudent to have forces spread throughout the nation to address whatever threats may...
Excellency, let's start by examining how we are doing, province by province. Click on Banifa in the right sidebar. The upper graph shows your current approval levels in Banifa by demographic over the past 10 months. If they get too displeased with you, the rebels will be emboldened. The lower graph shows that province's ratings for prosperity, education, health, safety, the environment, and entertainment. Keeping these from getting too low in all 5 provinces is going to be crucial if you want the people to stay content. In many provinces, our environmental ratings are falling. A few are getting particularly low. Let's talk about what traffic congestion can restrict the flow of goods, and more importantly, drag down your regional environmental, entertainment, and prosperity ratings. Let's check the traffic lens to see if this is the case. Most of the roads are tinted green. It appears the traffic is not currently a bottleneck for us. If too many industries export goods on the same roads, you will eventually want to upgrade those roads by clicking on a road segment and pressing the Upgrade Roads button. So let's consider what else we can do to improve our environmental rating.
We may need to field more troops. Eliminate the BLF units before they are able to reach the wreckage.
Excellency, on our way. Excellency, on our way.
Great work, Excellency.
Excellency, let's start by examining how we are doing, province by province. The upper graph shows your current approval. The lower graph shows that province's rating. In many provinces, our environmental ratings are falling. A few are getting traffic congestion can restrict the flow of goods. And more importantly, drag down your regional environmental, entertainment, and prosperity ratings. Let's check the traffic lens to see if this is the case. Most of the roads are tinted green. It appears the traffic is not currently a bottleneck for us. If too many industries export goods on the same roads, you will eventually want to upgrade those roads by clicking on a road segment and pressing the Upgrade Roads button. So let's consider what else we can do to improve our environmental rating. At the provincial level, you can increase funding to conservation, but this will increase your treasury expenses every time. We could also, at the nationwide level, we can make some policy changes. There is no one way to accomplish anything. The choice is yours as to how you want to proceed. You are the glorious leader.
may need to field more troops. Eliminate the BLF units before they are able to reach the wreckage.
Excellency, on our way. Excellency. Excellency, on our way.
Great work, Excellency.
Excellent. Let's start by examining how we are doing, province by province. Click on Banifa in the right sidebar. The upper graph shows your current approval levels in Banifa by demographic over the past 10 months. If they get too displeased with you, the rebels will be emboldened. The lower graph shows that provinces' ratings for prosperity, education, health, safety, the environment, and, in many provinces, our environmental ratings are falling. But traffic congestion can restrict the flow of goods, and more importantly, drag down your regional environmental, entertainment, and prosperity ratings. Let's check. Most of the roads are tinted green. It appears that traffic is not currently a bottleneck for us. If too many industries export goods on the same roads, you will eventually want to upgrade those roads by clicking on a road segment. At the provincial level, you can increase funding to conservation, but this will increase your treasury expenses if you turn. We could also construct a nature preserve or public gardens to improve your... At a nationwide level, we can make some policy changes. They might not cost us any money, but they will likely result in other trade-offs for consideration. In a minute, there is no one way to accomplish anything. The choice is yours as to how you want to proceed. You are the glorious leader. Good. It will take time to see the results of these improvements. So, as a longer-term goal, I would suggest you think about building more agricultural fields, a plastics factory, and a manufacturing plant with a view to getting processed food production online before your citizens start to demand it. Excellency. When I said you should try the demo, that's not what I meant. Good morning, Excellency. Good. It will take time to see the results of these improvements. Notice the resource production and the right number. This is how we make money. Packed processed food should come first. Hold the mouse over the processed food icon on the right sidebar. Processed food is going to require more farms, more oil refineries, a plastics factory, and a manufacturing plant. We will also need them all connected by roads. Thankfully, we already have extra oil that we're exporting. If you construct the plastics factory and manufacturing plant and connect them to the road network, the oil will automatically be diverted to plastics production while you send our surveyor to seek out new deposits. Fantastic. Any food or processed food purchased by us?
As important as our economy is.
Finally, keep an eye on the road. Immigrants are valuable now.
I know that.
I think we've bombarded them. Yes. 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 If they are hiding anything, I'll find it.
Excellency? Excellency? Very well. Excellency? Excellency? Excellency?
I see you have discovered the attractiveness lens. Put simply, the more beautiful an area of the map is, the more tourism revenue it will receive from the hotel that is placed there. Pollution, war, and traffic create pockets of unattractiveness. Ensure your hotels are far away from any of that. I see you have this.
Excellency. Excellency. Excellency.